Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. In returning to my channel after my little accident, I posted a video yesterday about Saturn, but I really wanted to post something about strictly UFO activity. And so today, I want to show you guys some really intriguing stuff. In fact, I've got a backlog of footage. So I've got multiple videos coming in. I'd have to say about 20 pages of emails that I have yet to check since I was in the hospital that I have to go through. And so I'll get to that. But I do want to share the first of some very mysterious and interesting activity happening in our skies over here on Earth, as well as some more strange activity that I discovered in some of the Saturn time-lapse footage that I featured in my last video. And there's some strange things happening in a part of that footage, but we'll get to that here in a minute. Now, originally, I wasn't going to talk about this, but this just occurred on another channel, and I just wanted to touch on it real quick, because I already got a few emails about it. And so, if you haven't seen this yet, a man in LA captured some very mysterious lights, sort of sitting in the sky, disappearing, reappearing, taking on different shapes and whatnot, and he posted it to YouTube. It was then featured in a recent video by Third Phase of Moon. And when I saw it, I said, I think I know what this is. And so I contacted the owner of the video, gave me permission to share it here, and, I spoke with him as well. But they appear in two specific shapes. The first one you could say is kind of like a cigar-type shape, a straight line. They disappear for a moment, and then you see them appear in a perfect circle. All right, and so then in the second video he posted, we again see far in the distance what appears to be a much larger group of these objects just appearing and then turning off all at the same time. Sky is then completely dark. And so when I originally saw this through Third Phase's video, which is entitled Stargate Opens, What Just Happened Over LA, well, I looked at the footage. I then got a few emails about it, and I just have to say, and especially after talking to the source of it, that I really don't think that this is some sort of alien Stargate appearing above the Los Angeles skies. I really have to say that these look extremely similar, if not identical, to many of the drone light shows that we've been witnessing. They happen all over the world, where you will have people flying up hundreds, even thousands of these little drones, all of which are equipped with LED lights, color-changing LED lights, and they will create together these beautiful, magnificent light shows and different shapes and formations, all in unison. And we've had companies from all over the world, all over the US, use these things for, advertising. There's YouTube videos, just search in drone light show. And very similar to what we're seeing here, the drones will appear in a color, disappear, reappear in another color, take a different shape. And, with just a little bit of research, I found out that just around the same time period, Warner Brothers, the movie studio, was holding an event called Wonder Woman in the Sky that was powered by around 300 Intel drones, showcasing imagery related to the new film. So again, I'm not hating anyone. I saw the footage. I wanted to do my own analysis of it. I talked to the original video owner, and he was pretty sure it was drones too. I mean, that was his initial thought. So I want to give a big special thanks to the YouTube channel called Oh the Anthem. And of course, I will put the original links to these down below. You guys tell me what you think. I mean, of course, I could be wrong. But in my opinion, these look like a drone light show. And if you look at other videos online, I think you'll see something very similar. So now on to, a very bone-chilling, I guess is the word I would use, UFO sighting that actually occurred back in 2011. However, this has just come to me, and not many people have seen this. I've never spoken about it on the channel, and it's some really creepy and compelling stuff. The gist of what happened is I was contacted by a guy named Mike. Okay, he's a guy, just your, average Joe out of North Carolina, who was telling me a story about something that occurred back in 2011 after he had simply recorded a UFO sighting. And then what happened next is the bone-chilling part. So first, let me go ahead and show you this video clip that he sent over to me. He actually did his own little analysis here, show us some still images, but check out this video of what he saw, and we'll talk more in just a minute. Okay, so this is the UFO footage that he captured, and he said in his email that he had actually had a YouTube channel back in 2011 under the name of Patriotic Space. He said it was a very successful channel, but then he was harassed by the NSA and select government agencies for putting out info on classified information having to do with HARP receivers and things like that. He's also a fellow skywatcher, and so one day he noticed a strange object in the sky, which he said made a straight line across the horizon as it rotated counterclockwise. He said that it also appeared to shapeshift a little bit throughout the video, with the nose, as he referred to it, growing longer and then shorter. And he said you can see in the still photos that the shape is definitely symmetrical, can't be identified as a weather balloon or debris or something like that. Now, by itself, you could chalk it up just to your regular UFO sighting. But what happened next has led this man to believe that whatever he captured here, he wasn't supposed to capture it, and is one of the reasons that not only soon after this was his channel taken down after he had uploaded the UFO footage, but he was then followed and harassed by helicopters, as well as having an attempt on his life. And you're seeing that helicopter footage here, where according to him, this thing was following him down the road, he pulled over, started filming, and that this helicopter came down almost to the point where the skids were touching the treetops, and where he was able to actually make contact with the pilot. And as you can see, this thing is low. Any lower, it'd probably crash into the trees. And so after this happened, he said that there was an attempt to take him out, where apparently he was forced off the road, where he then rolled 7 times down an 80-foot drop.
Cleaning it out. As you can see, the roll down wasn't too nice.
So yeah, vehicle here completely demolished, and yeah, I mean, what can I say? You know, what I can say is that this has happened before. We've seen it happen. We've heard countless stories of it. So yeah, big thanks to Mike for sending this over. Let me know what you guys think and leave your comments down below. Crazy, crazy stuff. Now, lastly today, I wanted to feature some footage, again, that was captured by the Cassini space probe long before it took its final descent into Saturn, never to be seen or heard from again. As you're seeing here, when I was going through this time-lapse footage of Saturn, we see Saturn's rings, I noticed something very interesting happening just above the rings, and what I describe, and what has been described to me, as what looks like an object that appears above the ring system, above these rings, that then shoots down what almost looks like a glowing laser beam or portal or whatever you want to call it, that actually goes down into the rings. And so this happens very quickly. So I'm going to show you the slowed down version, because it's just a snap of the fingers, it appears and then disappears, because again, this is time-lapse footage. So here is the slowed down clip, and I want you to watch this area right here. Okay, you see it? See how it slowly fades in and gets brighter? And then as it disappears, it again starts to slowly fade out. As opposed to when you have space debris passing by or an image glitch, it only appears in one frame. It's boom, it's there. It doesn't sit there for multiple frames, slowly fading in or powering up and doing the same and powering back out. And what I'm showing you here is I'm just going back and forth, okay? Showing you guys it appear, and then going back, rewinding it, showing it disappear, and just giving you guys a gist of how this thing, you know, very smoothly appears over the rings. And you can see it before it almost looks like it turns on lights, where the whole thing then begins to glow. And yeah, I mean, look at this. This is very interesting to me. We documented in our last video a lot of strange UFO activity that was occurring around Saturn and other planets captured by Cassini. There's no doubt in my mind that this activity is real. It's happening out there. It's been said that there are massive ships proliferating at Saturn, that have been captured in Cassini and Voyager photographs. It's been said many times that these ships interact with this ring system, with some saying that they even create the rings themselves or harness energy from them. And so that very well could be what we're seeing here. You know, could be an object appearing above the rings, shooting down some sort of beam or something that is creating the rings or taking material or energy from them. I just don't know, you know, but based on the way this thing appears, you know, kind of powers up its light. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but with all of the talk of the crafts, you know, proliferating at Saturn, the talk of the ring systems being built, so it's all very interesting, very mysterious. Saw this, didn't see it fast enough for yesterday's video, but I wanted to feature it here today, so let me know what you guys think. Now that I am out of the hospital and getting back to normal, I will be announcing soon the winner of the Secureteam art submission contest, and we'll be sending out prizes and whatnot, so look out for that. Stay tuned and stay safe, and I'll see you back here in just a bit.